everyone, and welcome to another midweek video message update at and as Christ Lutheran Church, Sterling Heights, Michigan. As always, it's good to be with you, and I hope this inquiry finds you safe, healthy, and well. Well, of all things, it's been a rough couple days for Facebook. First of all, there was the outage where the social media platform and a couple other ones were just basically offline. And then a whistleblower alleged that Facebook has been putting its own profits ahead of the mental health and the well-being of people who participate in the platform. Mark Benioff, who is the owner of Time Magazine and the CEO of Salesforce, said this the other day about Facebook. The digital revolution really kind of has the world in its grip. And in that grip, you can see the amount of mistrust and misinformation that is happening. The amount of mistrust and misinformation that is happening. Question for us this week. What if we spent less time telling the world about ourselves and more time listening to God, to God's voice, and to what God says about us, rather than finding our value in the words and the opinions and the approval of our peers, of other people, rather than trying to convince others that they are somehow wrong and we are right, or they could see things better or have a better understanding if they would just spend some time and listen to us. What if instead of living on Facebook and promulgating our ideas and opinions, what if we spent more time with God's? For God's thoughts are not our thoughts, and God's ways are not our ways. What are some of the things that God says? Well, God says a lot of things. But one of the things that God says is that God loves all people. And that each and every human being created in God's image is precious in God's sight. So what if we spent time building each other up? What if we spent time with God's words? You know, if the issue with Facebook and other social media platforms is mistrust and misinformation, it seems to me that the antidote is to spend time with God, whose word and actions we can trust, and whose words and actions are true, and whose words and actions are gracious, merciful, and abounding in steadfast love. My hope and my prayer and my blessing for each and every one of you this week is that you spend time listening to what God is saying to you and through you, and that you hear the clarion call of God's voice, speaking God's love to you and imploring you to share that love with others. Be well, be safe. God loves you, and so do I.